Good day YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Darren, and in this video I'm going to show you how I install my Lamin-X protective film on my 2021 Audi Q7. So this is what I have here. This is the Lamin-X yellow color film. I have some painter's tape. I'll be using clay bar. There's the instruction on how to install. They provide you a squeegee, an X-Acto knife, and a pump for spraying some soapy water. I also have Dawn dishwashing soap. That's going to be my lubricant for my clay bar and my microfiber towel. Okay, I'm going to do a test so you can see the before and after. So this is what it looks like with the low beam. Okay, this is what it looks like with the high beams on. Alright, so I got some soapy Dawn dishwashing soap in a little bucket. I got a used clay bar that I used on my previous car, so I'm just kneading that. I'm actually using the provided bottle so I can lubricate my headlights. That's just lubrication. And just take your clay bar. I'm basically doing this to remove any kind of contaminants, road tar. So it'll be a nice smooth finish. And if there's any wax on there, this Dawn dishwashing soap will help remove the wax. It's nice and smooth. Now that it's all clay barred. My next step is I'm going to use some 3M masking tape. I got the green kind. I do this because when you lay the film on your headlights, the oversize of the film will probably stick to the body. So I forgot to mention, because of the compound curves around some of the different various headlights, it's best to use a hair dryer to like soften up the vinyl, and you can actually mold around the compound curves. Another thing I thought about, this top layer, I didn't really need to do all this on the hood. I'm going to lift the hood up and then just tape it above the headlight. And we'll put it on the top. So here's a closer look. When we put the film over, it's going to wrap around it, right? So you can see how I got it on my headlights. You can see where the black meets the crystal or the clear. And I'm just going to put it just slightly behind the black line. So which is the left and which is the right? We're just going to have to test fit it. There's also tabs throughout the Lamin-X film, okay? That's just to help ease the application. That's where you would put your fingers. Without removing the backing, we're going to just test fit it, make sure we got the correct lens. This is when you got to roll up your sleeves. This is where it's going to get messy. It's always good to make sure your hands are clean and lubricated. I'm using the soapy water. If you read the manual, they say to use filtered water. So I'm going to use soapy water. It's just Dawn dishwashing soap. There's also Dawn dishwashing soap in this spray bottle. Today in Florida, it's pretty warm, so it's a good day to apply tinting or film for your headlights. Just a light mist and start peeling. Cool, I got it started. That spray that I put on earlier, it already evaporated. All right, set that aside. You can spray your film too, just almost like tinting. Keep it wet. Just eyeballing it right now. While it's wet, see, it moves easy. You see that? If it's not centered, you can lift it up. You can lift it up as many times as you want. What I'm looking at is the corners, making sure I got a good covering on the corners. Like this one is not covered all the way, so I just gotta move it over. Look down here, these corners, that's covered. Here it's not covered, so I gotta move this one up some. So here's a critical area where there's a slants down and it goes straight down. So I need to make sure that's covered here. And I'm working from the middle, work my way down and up. See, while it's still wet, it's easy to remove and then add more. Okay, I'm satisfied with this side, so I'm gonna lay it down a little firmer. Squeeze out the moisture now. If it slides on you, make sure you check your positioning. Another thing to do is to, when you're squeezing it, go ahead and lubricate it as well. Makes it a lot easier. There you go. See how it's easy? I'm gonna have to heat that to bend around coming down. See how that opens up? I'll just need a little bit of heat. Now that's good there. This is covered, that's good. This is where I need to apply some heat to it. Good coverage there. And almost there. I'm just a millimeter short on this end, but I'm not gonna be too picky. And now I'm gonna apply some heat to this and use a squeegee. Heat the film and then squeegee it down. Yeah, I'm just constantly dipping it in the soapy water solution. So I'm going to work my way. So this one is nice and adhered to the lens. See right there? And I got to apply more heat to that portion right here. From here on out. Heat it up and then squeegee down. I got everything pretty much done. I'm going to take off this tape. I don't need it anymore. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reheat it and wrap the edges around the lens, my headlight. And then the next step after that is I'm going to go ahead and use the X-Acto knife that they provide you in the kit. So we're going to carefully trim the excess and cut off those tabs. You see how I have it wrapped up here? And what I can do is the black and then the yellow lens, I'll just cut on the inside of the black. Okay, I'm going to start at the right corner. And I'm just going to score just inside that black line where it meets my lens. Okay, I'm going to peel off this one You see how I scored it and it's easy to peel off? Look at that. Cool, look at that. So it was really easy to score. So I'm just gonna go over that with a heat gun, smooth it out, make sure that it heats to the lens. So let me finish this up. I'm gonna show you what it looks like with the passenger and the driver's white. So this test, we're going to compare the clear one on my driver's side, and you'll be able to see the amber on the passenger side. So right now I got day running lights on. High beams are on, coming in the driveway. All right, so I'm running into a problem where I got bubbles. You see this bubble right here? There's a big bubble. Let me move the camera, you can take a look. See the bubble right there? All right, there's a way to remedy that. What you need to do is you need to get a sewing needle. So I have a sewing needle right here, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop that hole. This is self-healing. Just penetrate it. Squeeze the air out. Or what you can do, another thing is you can peel it out and then put it back on. Let me see, I'm gonna push it out. You can see that? I'm gonna push that air out. There you go. Look at that, and the moisture. So there was some soapy in there. Here you go. You don't even see the hole, right? Look at that, wipe it off. Let's take a look at how both headlights are operate with the yellow tint on it. Okay, I got the low beams on right now. That's with low beams. And here's high beams. That's the overlook of the Audi Q7. What do you guys think about it? Looks mean with yellow. Cool beans, it is done. The tint on my headlights on the Audi Q7. Later on tonight, I'm planning on going for a night drive, and we'll see how it looks like at nighttime with the yellow headlights. Oh, by the way, I'm not being sponsored by Lamin-X. I decided to purchase this with my own money, and this is just a tutorial of how I do it to install the film on my headlights. And if you're new to my channel, please consider to subscribe, leave me a like. Okay, it's dusk. The sun has setted. What I want to do is I'm going to turn it around, drive onto my driveway. You can see the lights. Oh, I got Amazon here. Alright, that's low beam lights. Okay, I'm driving backwards from my driveway here. And you can see there we're on the automatic headlights. We got somebody with lights on their wheels. Turn off the radio. So this is what it looks like driving at night. Here's the high beams and the low beams. High beams, low beams. What I do notice is because of the tint, it does reduce some of your lighting. So what I plan on doing maybe later on is probably adding some auxiliary lights. And you see I got the windows are tinted so you can't really see out of the sides. And there goes the high beams. You can see the stop sign coming up. There's high beams onto that building. You see it's a little yellowish. Low beams. High beams. I mean, it looks really cool, especially from the outside when you're coming in, because of the uniqueness of the light.